The computer was born to solve problems that did not exist before. Bill Gates. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Tanvir Ahmed and last four digits of my IDs are 1398. Today, my team and I here to present an important topic in computer architecture, RISC and CISC. Before we begin, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our course instructor Abu Rayyan sir for guiding us and giving us the opportunity to learn and present this topic. Now, let me introduce my team. Along with me, we have Mihrajur Rahman, Janatun Nahar, Mim Khatun and Rakibur Rahman. Each of us will cover different aspects of this topic. By the end of this presentation, you will gain insight into RISC and CISC, their differences, characteristics, and their advantages and disadvantages in computing. Let's begin. So, what is RISC? RISC stands for Reduced Instruction Set Computers. It refers to a microprocessor architecture. As the name suggests, it uses a smaller number of instructions. This streamlined approach enables it to achieve high-speed operation. Now let's move on to the characteristics of RISC. Number 1. Simpler instruction. This allows for simpler and faster instruction decoding. Number 2. Fixed instruction length. Each instruction is usually the size of one word. Number 3. Single clock cycle execution. Instructions are designed to execute in single clock cycle, improving efficiency. Number 4. Pipelining. With this, I have covered the basic of RISC. Now, I would like to hand it over to Mihrajur Rahman, who will discuss advantages and disadvantages of RISC.
Thanks Tanvir Mahmood for calling me. This is Mihrajur Rahman. My ID last 4 digit is 1400. Today I will talk about the advantages and disadvantages of RISC. And there are many advantages of RISC like number 1. Simpler instruction. RISC processor use a smaller set of simple instructions which make them easier to decode and execute quickly. This results in faster processing time. Number 2. Faster execution. Because RISC processor have a simpler instruction set, they can execute instructions faster than CISC processor. And lastly, lower power consumption. RISC processor consume less power than CISC processor, make them ideal for portable device. Now I will talk about the disadvantages of RISC. Number 1. More instruction requires. RISC processor require more instruction to perform complex tasks than CISC processor. Number 2. Increased memory uses. RISC processor required more memory to store the additional instruction needed to perform complex tasks. And lastly, higher cost. Developing and manufacturing RISC processor can be more expensive than CISC processor. That's the end of my talk. Now I will invite our next teammate Janatun Nahar.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Janatun Nahar, ID 1281. Today my presentation topic is Complex Instruction Set Architecture or CISC. What is CISC? The main idea is that a single instruction will do all loading, evaluating and storing operations, just like a multiplication command will do stuff like loading data, evaluating and storing it. Hence it's complex. Next, characteristics of CISC. Number 1. Complex instruction, hence complex instruction decoding. Number 2. Instructions are larger than 1 word size. Number 3. Instruction may take more than a single clock cycle to get executed. Number 4. Less number of general purpose registers as operations get performed in memory itself. Number 5. Complex addressing modes. Number 6. More data types. Now I would like to invite my next teammate to continue this presentation.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Mim and my student ID 1388. My topic of discussion is advantage and disadvantage of CISC. Advantage of CISC: reduce code size, complex instruction set architecture. Processor use complex instructions that can perform multiple operations, reducing the amount of code needed to perform a task. More memory efficient because complex instruction set architecture instructions are more complex. They require fewer instructions to perform complex tasks, which can result in more memory efficient code. Widely used CISC processors have been in use for a longer time than reduced instruction set architecture processors, so they have a larger user base and more available software. Disadvantage of CISC: slower execution. Complex instruction set architecture processors take longer to execute instructions because they have more complex instructions and need more time to decode them. More complex design. CISC processors have more complex instruction sets, which makes them more difficult to design and manufacture. Higher power consumption. CISC processors consume more power than RISC processors because of their more complex instruction set.
Thank you, Mim Khatun, for your insightful presentation. Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Rakib Rahman. Today I am going to give a brief overview of the key difference between RISC and CISC architecture, which are foundation of many modern processes. In focus, RISC focus on software efficiency by simplifying instruction, while CISC emphasizes hardware with more complex instruction that perform multiple tasks. In control unit, RISC use a hardware control unit which make it fast and efficient for simple tasks. CISC use both hardware and microprogram control unit, allowing for generate flexibility but at the cost of complexity. RISC uses more transistor for additional registers to speed up operation, while CISC use transistor for more complex instruction and fewer registers. In instruction size, RISC use fixed size instruction for faster decoding. CISC use variable size instruction which add flexibility but make decoding slower. In arithmetic operation, RISC performs simple register to register operation, while CISC can perform more complex operations that involve memory and registers in one instruction. RISC require more registers because of its simpler instruction, where CISC use fewer registers but more complex instruction to do more with each one. In code size and efficiency, RISC tends to have larger code due to simpler instruction, but its execution is faster. CISC has smaller code but execution can be slower because instruction take more cycles. In summary, RISC is optimized for simplicity and speed, while CISC is designed for flexibility with more complex instruction. The choice between two depends on the task and at hand. Thank you for your attention.